Hi everybody, my name is Barbara Rose with Sparks of the Divine. I hope that you will watch this video as a way to empower yourself, to give yourself some tips to utilize this inner empowerment that we all have, God-given, to work through some of the most challenging times in our life. I feel like I have developed so many of these things throughout my spiritual journey, really by necessity, working through serious health issues, serious emotional turbulent times. And so I just think it's an honor to try to help others to come into some of those, really realizing the amount of power that you actually already have. And if there's anything that I'm going to do, it's just spark this belief, spark a remembrance of who you truly are. You're a divine being of God. Therefore, God really gives us all the tools that we need. It's just about us connecting with that awareness. And so I have found that working through times like this, I have to call in all of my inner resources and all of my outer resources. Really, I have to pull from my past experiences and knowing what I don't want to go through anymore, and then set my course for a new place. And so that's what I hope to share with you. Today we're going to be talking about fear. And I thought it was appropriate that I share with you my big fear moment in this whole virus situation. And it was very early on. It was like the first night or two when things were saying, this is going to be very, very serious, stand up and pay attention. And I recognize that this virus triggers a little bit of fear in me from a past experience of knowing that my lungs have had their own challenges. And lungs are a beautiful organ in the body. I think of them as almost like angel wings, right? They just expand like a breath, and then they contract, and they give us the breath of God. So they truly are like our own internal angel wings. And one of the things that is so interesting is that they're connected to the heart. So when we get emotionally challenged, they're going to react, they're going to constrict, and the heart as well. And so one of the first few nights, I was woken up in the middle of the night with just a real coughing spell. And I really, just the second that I realized I was really in it, this wave of fear, oh my gosh, maybe I have it. I could feel it literally move across my field. I say my field. I use that term a lot because that's what it feels like. It's like my body, mind, and spirit field, and it goes out bigger than my body. So I could feel this wave of fearful energy just making me pay attention and kind of sitting up straight and going, oh my God, oh my God. So in the middle of the night, I'm going, oh, what is this the virus? And literally, it just was so quick. And then I was able to actually kind of come out of myself and look at myself and say, wait a minute, it could be just a coughing spell, which is not unusual for me. And it could be that this isn't mine, that this is actually, as an empath, I tend to feel a lot of what other people are feeling. Like I even go into a session, and that's one of my tools for actually helping clients recognize the energy within their own body, is that I can feel what's happening in their body and I can feel it in mine. So you might call me a huge energetic empath. And so I think of it as I'm kind of feeling the energy of everything and everyone around me as well. And especially in the middle of the night, when things happen in the middle of the night, it's usually that I might be feeling like the energy of my community, or maybe even just the energy of the earth right then. And so it's bigger than just my own energetic connection. It could be a lot bigger than that. So recognizing that it may not be that I actually have the virus, but it may be that I'm picking up on everyone's fear around me. And then that gives me an objective, reference point to come back into relaxation and taking a deep breath, right? Filling up those wings of God that are within me and calming myself into a greater state of balance and peace. And when I do that, that is the biggest sense of healing that I can give myself. And so, I feel sometimes like that there's such a cliche about just taking a deep breath, but there is no greater way that we can assist ourselves in this time than to connect with that connection that we are beings of God, that we do have this beautiful divine tool of the lungs within us that bring life and vitality through our body, and to actually just sit with that and take as many deep breaths as we need to until we calm ourselves and we bring ourselves into just that calm and centered heart space, where actually that's the center of all healing anyways. When we can come into what some people call 0 point, but this idea of the quantum moment or the now moment. So there's a lot of different words for it. But basically, when you get there, you'll know it, because you will have a sense of overwhelming peace. Fill your body, fill your soul. And from that, you probably could go back to sleep. And at least just rest in knowing tomorrow's a new day. Take each moment, just one moment at a time, each experience, allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, but then come out, observe it, and then use some of the tools that I hopefully will be sharing, and hopefully you'll listen, so that you can just take these little tiny steps towards improving your own well-being, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I hope that was helpful. Join me for others. You can subscribe, and thanks for listening.